Welcome back, boardwalkers, to my art studio. You guys know how I love to use bamboo or river cane for making my homemade paint brushes, my homemade watercolor brushes, and that. But today I thought I would talk with you about maybe using bamboo fibers in your watercolor paper. A couple of weeks ago, I found on Amazon this Hahnemuhle bamboo mixed media paper. It's 265 GM2 or 125 pounds. It's 8 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, which is roughly about 3.1 inches by 4.1 inches. I ordered 2 pads of this paper, but I had misread the size, the centimeters. Instead of the 8 by 10.5 centimeters, I thought it was 8 by 10 inches. So imagine my surprise when I opened it up and saw that it's just these little hand-sized pads of paper with 10 sheets each. But I was curious to using bamboo to see how well this paper would hold up. It's a fairly thick paper. It's got a little bit of a tooth. It looks like it's cold press. It does not say on here whether it's cold press or anything. I haven't been able to find that on there, but with the little bit of tooth on it, it's not very smooth. It's got a little bit of tooth on the front and a little bit of tooth also on the back. So I'm assuming you could use both sides of this. But today I thought we would do a little kind of line and wash, except instead of ink for my line and wash, I'm going to use my multi-8 colored pencil maybe. And I'm going to use my Winsor Cotman watercolors and my Mary Blue Professional watercolors for some added color. I thought for our subject to draw real quick I would use these rocks. I've got this colorful rock that I've found in my yard that has some nice color to it. And then I got this little dinosaur rock when we traveled to Arizona to visit my oldest son and his family. So that's what I thought we would do today. I thought we'd see how this Hahnemuhle bamboo mixed media paper works for watercolor paper. If you're new to my channel, I'm CB Mac, and you'll find tutorials about plein air painting with watercolor, gouache, ink, graphite, charcoal, and color pencils. So let's get started with this. I'm going to turn this rock around, and I'm going to lay the dinosaur down. And check to see which way I like the setup here. Alright, I think I'm going to go with something like that. And so I'm going to just roughly sketch. Now, I have never drawn a dinosaur before, and I am just looking at the shapes to see roughly what I am drawing. Now I am drawing on this paper a little bit harder than what I normally would do if I was making a drawing or painting, so you guys can see it on camera. But I think I've got that tail a little bit too big. It takes the graphite pencil really well. I'm not having any issues with drawing on it. I'm mostly having issues of drawing my tail here correctly. That's just an artist issue though, not a paper issue. So, all right, now we're coming about, right? Let's see if I can get that leg down a little bit more over here. And then we're going to put this nice big old rock up over here for him to lean against. And we'll divide it up with the color pattern here of the rock. His eye is going to go right about there. That's looking fairly well. I'm still not pleased with this tail here. Let's see what I can do. See if I can get it to curve a little bit longer, like I'm wanting. A little more narrow. There we go. Narrower. All right, now we've got us something. I'm take my rubber eraser here, and we're going to lighten this up a little bit. Now that you guys can see it, so I can get some excess graphite gone, and we'll see how this works. For paper, for watercolors, how well it takes. I'm going to use my number 8 round Princeton Aqua Elite. Dip it into my water here. Let's go in and get some. Where is my? There it is. My burnt sienna. Let's see if we can get that to make a wash. Come on. It is super warm here in Mississippi. And we just had a huge rainstorm yesterday, so now it's really hot and muggy. Paints are just really not wanting to work too well. Alright, so I'm going to drop some color in on him here, and across his shoulder, down his side here, and then across this rock a little bit. It looks like it's absorbing really nicely. Now I've got a heavy wash on here, but it's really looking like it's absorbing well. Blot my paper. Let's get some burnt umber here. Boone, what's the issue today, huh? I've got some burnt umber left over here from a previous painting. I'm going to use use that to paint in this stripe. It's really nice. It's absorbing this water really well. I'm liking how this is working. Burnt umber is granulating really bad here, but for the texture of my rock, it'll work really nice. So let's get some buff titanium, throw that in here with our tail on the bottom. Across his back there a little bit. Mix it with this burnt, the burnt umber. Burnt sienna, I mean. I'm having trouble with my colored naming today. Goodness. Put some of that in there. Make a little bit of difference. Go in with some more of that raw sienna. Burnt sienna. Brown that back up again. I'm going with a darker layer on top here. Forgot to draw his other leg over on the front, so let me put that in. Layer of color here. Wash the color. Water there. Pull that out. There we go. Blend that out. There we go. Add some yellow ochre to our rock here. Give it a little more depth, a little more interest. Blend this corner in over here. And smooth up his head. Looking more like a duck dinosaur than a brachiosaurus or there we go. Now he's looking a little better. We'll get a little bit of, I've got my palette upside down from where I normally have it, so that's why I am struggling to find my colors. Alright, let's put a little extra hair on there. Put a little dot in for his eye. A little shadow on the ground here. Wash this out and see how this takes with a wash. Really moves this Payne's gray around. And the border here. Does absorb this water really nice. I'm really liking this paper more than I thought I would. Sink that edge here and the back. It really takes a lot of water. It's not having any problem with my water. I'm adding extra water to re-wet and remove. It does look like it's buckling a little bit because I don't have this taped down or clipped down. But that's to be expected with any paper, really. Unless you stretch it really good before you use it. And fix that eye. Pull some of that out. Dab some of it out. Fix it with my, blend it out here with my brush. Back in with another layer of this burnt sienna, and darkening back up again, and really dark looking right here on this side. Nice recovery there. There we go. Move that a little loose looking. And put us in a little blue sky. There on that one. And let's see what we can do with this guy. fluffy clouds looking like. Just roughly drop that in there. See if we can squeeze right in between his neck there and that rock. In that space, get a little bit more water, a little more paint. And drop that in. There we go. There we are. Nice. Just a little line here, see if we can blend this in some. Cover from that bad line. There we go, blend on out there. That's looking pretty good, I think. There we go. A quick little dinosaur with a rock. And I don't think I'll have to go around it with the line stuff like I thought to begin with. I'll take my small brush and see if I can go back in there and put that eye in just a hair darker, but not too much. See if I can just dot it in there. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. I'm pretty pleased with that. I am really liking this bamboo mixed media watercolor paper. It seems to be working really nice for me. It absorbs the water really well. There's not much buckle in. It does take heavy washes. And I will put an Amazon link in the bottom of the description, along with a link for the how to make the watercolor brushes for my other videos. And that. In the video description below, if I do put those affiliated links, that means I'm awarded a small commission for purchases made through them at no additional cost to you. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, tap that thumbs up like button, and share this with others. Also feel free to post a comment if you've used this bamboo mixed media paper. Put in the comments what you think, how it worked for you, how well you liked it or didn't like it if you've used it. I would love to hear any thoughts of anybody who's used this Hahnemuhle bamboo mixed media paper. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Goodbye for now.